If you're living in the United States as a green card holder, naturalized citizen, or adjusting your status, and you or your family have financial accounts or investments overseas, stop what you're doing and listen carefully. The IRS just announced major changes to foreign account reporting rules, and you could face penalties of $10,000 or more for failing to disclose those accounts. This affects you even if you think your accounts are too small to matter. I'm George from Dream Visa Updates, and I've been working as a senior U.S. immigration and tax compliance professional for 6 years. What I'm about to tell you could save you from devastating financial penalties. Stay until the end, because I'll show you exactly what you need to do right now to protect yourself. Let me be direct. You've worked hard to build your life in America. You've followed the rules and paid your taxes. Maybe you kept a savings account back home for emergencies, or you inherited an investment from your parents, or you have a retirement fund from years ago. You probably don't think much about these accounts, especially if they're not generating significant income. But here's the problem. Under the new IRS rules, failing to report these accounts, even small or inactive ones, triggers serious penalties, and most people don't even know they're supposed to report them. The IRS just increased penalties for failing to file the report of foreign bank and financial accounts, known as FBAR, and for not disclosing foreign assets on Form 8938 with your tax return. These rules apply to U.S. citizens and foreign nationals in America, including green card holders and those becoming permanent residents. This is part of a government crackdown on tax evasion to ensure all income, wherever it's earned, gets reported and taxed. Here's what you need to understand. The FBAR must be filed electronically with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network if you have financial interest or signature authority over foreign accounts exceeding $10,000 total at any point during the year. Yes, just over $10,000, and you must file. It doesn't matter if it's a bank account, brokerage account, mutual fund, or cryptocurrency wallet overseas. If you control it and it's outside the United States, it needs reporting. Form 8938 gets filed with your annual tax return and is required if you meet certain thresholds. Single filers in the U.S. with more than $50,000 in foreign assets at year-end or $75,000 at any point during the year must file. Married couples filing jointly have higher thresholds, as do taxpayers abroad. Bottom line, if you have significant foreign assets, the IRS wants to know. Now, the penalties. The IRS increased the maximum FBAR penalty to $10,000 per violation for non-willful violations. For willful violations, where you knowingly failed to report, penalties reach the greater of $100,000 or 50% of the account balance per violation. That could wipe out your entire account. Even non-willful violations, where you simply didn't know about the requirement, add up fast with multiple accounts or violations spanning multiple years. The IRS clarified these penalties apply to current and past violations. If you failed to file in previous years, you're still at risk. But there's good news. The IRS offers a streamlined filing procedure if you come forward voluntarily and correct your non-compliance. The key is acting before the IRS fines you. If they discover unreported accounts through data sharing with foreign governments, penalties become much more severe. Who's affected? Anyone with foreign financial accounts or assets, green card holders with bank accounts back home, naturalized citizens with overseas investments, U.S. citizens abroad with financial ties to their origin country, retirees receiving foreign government pensions, students with overseas accounts funded by family, small business owners with foreign accounts for international transactions. Let me give you real examples. Maria, a green card holder from Mexico, lived in the U.S. for 10 years. She has a small savings account in Mexico her parents opened when she was a child. It has less than $15,000 and she hasn't touched it in years. She assumed she didn't need to report it because it's inactive and the balance is low. Wrong. She must file an FBAR because it exceeds $10,000. Without filing, she faces penalties despite the account being small and unused. Or David, a naturalized U.S. citizen from the United Kingdom with a brokerage account in London he inherited from his father. A financial advisor manages it, and David doesn't actively trade. But the balance fluctuates above $50,000, requiring Form 8938 with his tax return. Failing to file means penalties, even though the account generates no income. These examples show how easy it is to unintentionally violate reporting requirements. People assume small, inactive, or non-income generating foreign accounts don't need reporting. The IRS disagrees. If you have financial interest or control over a foreign account, you must report it regardless of balance or usage. What do you do now? First, determine if you're required to file FBAR or Form 8938. Foreign accounts exceeding $10,000 at any point require FBAR. Significant foreign assets meeting the thresholds require Form 8938. Check the IRS website for detailed instructions, but consult a tax professional specializing in international tax law if you're unsure. Second, gather all foreign financial account information: bank accounts, investment accounts, retirement accounts, any financial assets outside the U.S. List the accounts, financial institutions, account numbers, and maximum balances during the year. You need this for FBAR and Form 8938. Third, file the required forms even if you missed previous deadlines. Use the IRS streamlined filing procedure to file missing FBARs and tax forms without full penalties if you meet criteria and certify your failure was non-willful. Fourth, stay organized and keep records. Keep copies of FBARs, Form 8938, and supporting documentation. The IRS may request this later, and having it ready avoids additional problems. Fifth, consult a tax professional with questions or concerns. International tax law is complex, and foreign financial reporting rules constantly evolve. A qualified professional helps you understand obligations, file correctly, and avoid costly mistakes. Let me share one more story. Priya, an Indian immigrant who became a U.S. citizen 5 years ago, has a fixed deposit account in India her parents set up during college. It has about $12,000, and she hasn't touched it in years. She thought she didn't need to report it because it's small and inactive. At a tax workshop at her community center, she learned she must file FBAR because it exceeds $10,000. Priya filed retroactively through the streamlined procedure, but was shocked she could have faced penalties if the IRS discovered the unreported account first. Her story shows how easy it is to fall out of compliance and why staying informed matters. Dream Visa updates exist to give you accurate, verified information about immigration and related issues, including tax and financial reporting that impacts your status and financial well-being. I never overwhelm you with fear or speculation. I give you facts to make informed decisions and encourage professional guidance for your case. If this helped you understand the new IRS penalties and how to protect yourself, like this video, share it with others who need it, and subscribe to Dream Visa updates with notifications on. I'm here daily with updates on immigration law, tax policy, and related issues. My standard disclaimer: everything I shared is for general information only, not legal advice. Tax and financial reporting requirements are complex, and your situation may have unique factors requiring professional evaluation. Consult a qualified tax professional or accountant for advice specific to your case. Always verify information with official government sources. Thank you for trusting me with your immigration and financial journey. I'm George from Dream Visa Updates. Stay informed, stay compliant, and I'll see you in the next update.